Well,
Here we
a
are.
couple. I just wanted to add to John's introduction. George has been on all the networks. He's been on most important shows, but I think most impressive was his appearance on "Have I Got News for You." He was on the
Somebody with this kind of psychopathology could do with another term in office, and everyone decided they wanted to learn the hard way. And here we are. I mean, you're right. I should have like a tech support T-shirt, right?
You're disrespecting the show, and you're disrespecting Harry, and I can't tolerate that.
When was the last time you saw Trump completely lose it on TV?
People like Eric Fromm described decades ago. How much of that is just sort of based upon, or how much of it results in this desire to destroy everything around them?
Trump.
And I mean, that's the whole thing. I think one thing to go back to talk about this would be how much of a part of the malignant narcissistic personality.
Yes.
And that, to me, that's the thing that I keep thinking about the most, is that people find it hard to believe all of the things he is doing, because
George Conway just broke Trump's brain by doing something no one else has managed. He stayed calm while listing Trump's failures using specific dates, numbers, and facts. No drama, no shouting, just the truth. And Trump's response? Complete toddler mode. Instead of addressing any of Conway's points about his failed businesses, Trump went straight for personal attacks, calling Conway a husband from hell. Nothing says I am totally not bothered like rage tweeting about someone's marriage, right? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, if you are this personality type, you want to destroy everything around you, because that shows how powerful you are. The only way a lot of the things that he is doing makes any sense at all is if he were intentionally doing that to destroy the country.
Right.
And it shows, it fits your psychopathology in another way. I mean, I'm telling the doctors this, but you can correct me.
No, but this is a very important
hopefully expand.
Yeah.
The desire to seek revenge on everybody for every slight.
Ever wonder what happens when someone actually uses facts against Trump instead of emotions? George Conway showed us, and it broke Trump's brain completely. While most people go after Trump with angry rants and name-calling, Conway took a different approach. He went after Trump like a surgeon with a scalpel. Precise, methodical, and absolutely deadly. Conway sat there cool as a cucumber while listing off Trump's greatest business flops. No screaming, no finger-pointing, just a calm recitation of facts that hit Trump where it hurts most: his ego.
That's why he's perfectly happy to have Elon just randomly fire people and randomly destroy government offices, even the military, to attack the military. He didn't like that. You have perceived has been inflicted upon you in your, I don't know how old he is now, pushing 80. That's what motivates him all.
Conway knew exactly what he was doing. As a seasoned attorney, he understood that the most devastating arguments don't need drama. They just need irrefutable evidence. The beauty of Conway's takedown was in the details. He didn't just say Trump's businesses failed. He named specific ventures, cited exact dollar amounts lost, and mentioned precise dates that these spectacular failures occurred. This wasn't vague criticism. It was a carefully constructed case against Trump's entire identity as a businessman. Take the Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City. Conway pointed out how it went bankrupt just 1 year after opening, despite Trump calling it the 8th wonder of the world. Or Trump Airlines, which crashed and burned after just a few years, losing millions. Conway didn't need to editorialize or add insults. The facts themselves were humiliating enough. What made this especially powerful was Conway's delivery. While most Trump critics foam at the mouth and turn red-faced, Conway maintained the calm demeanor of someone reading a grocery list. These aren't opinions, Conway seemed to say with his tone. These are simply the facts of the case. Trump, who's built his entire brand on being a business genius, was exposed as something far different. A guy who repeatedly failed upward. The Trump University fiasco got special attention. Conway didn't just mention that it existed. He detailed how Trump had to cough up a $25 million settlement after students claimed they were duped into paying thousands for worthless real estate secrets. Conway pointed out that this wasn't just a business failure, it was ruled an actual fraud. Ouch! Then there's the special spice that makes this whole situation even weirder: Conway's marriage to Kellyanne Conway, who served as Trump's campaign manager and counselor. Imagine having someone whose wife was in your inner circle publicly dissecting your failures. That's gotta sting extra hard. Conway didn't need to explicitly mention this connection. Everyone already knew it, making each fact he stated carry an extra layer of credibility and betrayal. Conway's approach was so effective because he brought his lawyer's precision to the table. When he cited Trump's 6 corporate bankruptcies, he wasn't making vague accusations. He was presenting exhibits A through F. In the case against Trump's business acumen, when he mentioned Trump's inheritance from his father and how he'd have more money today if he'd simply invested it in index funds, he was dismantling the core myth of Trump as a self-made man. The contrast between the two men couldn't have been more stark. One calmly presented documented facts while looking directly into the camera. The other responded with childish insults and wild tangents about Conway's personal life. Conway didn't need to call Trump unstable. Trump's own response did that work for him. Perhaps the most devastating aspect of Conway's approach was how he exposed the fragility of Trump's carefully constructed image. For decades, Trump has crafted a persona as a brilliant dealmaker and business tycoon. Conway showed how that image crumbles under even mild scrutiny. It's like watching someone point out that the emperor not only has no clothes, but also maxed out his credit cards, buying invisible fabric. Conway's strategy revealed Trump's greatest fear: being exposed as a fraud whose supposed business genius is nothing but smoke and mirrors. Trump can handle being called mean names. He even seems to enjoy it sometimes. But what he can't stand is having his actual record examined in detail. Facts, as they say, are stubborn things. The stage was perfectly set for Trump's response, which came like clockwork. A childish meltdown filled with personal attacks on Conway's marriage and appearance rather than addressing any of the factual claims. It was as if Conway had written a script, handed it to Trump, and watched him follow it to the letter. Look how unstable he is! Conway didn't even need to say, as Trump proved it with every word. So what happened when Trump got hit with Conway's fact bombs? Exactly what you'd expect from our thin-skinned former president. He went straight for the personal attacks, calling Conway a husband from hell instead of addressing any of the actual criticisms. This is Trump 101. When someone pokes holes in your carefully constructed fantasy world, just insult their marriage. It's like watching a toddler whose sandcastle just got knocked over. The real lesson here: facts are Trump's kryptonite. Want to see orange smoke coming out of his ears? Just calmly state his actual record and watch the meltdown begin. Works every time.